Good morning, dear students. Today's class is about how to write a debate. Let me tell you what is a debate. A debate is a formal discussion on some issue, on a particular matter or topic, covering pros and cons. There are three groups in a debating committee or a debating group, apart from audience. The first group we can say are the supporters. The second group are the people or the group of members, those who are there for opposing the motion. And the third one, very important ones, they are equally important, the members of the jury. When it comes to the format of a debate, what do we follow or how do we write? You can say the first thing that the students need to remember is the address to the members, including even the first phrase, respected or reverend, father principal, vice principal, sir, respected teachers. Before that, honorable members of the jury, right? You can even say or deliver in such a manner, Reverend Father Principal, honorable members of the jury, esteemed teachers, and my dear worthy opponents. Today, I take this opportunity to express my views for the motion. Now, the topic, that motion, for the motion or against the motion, is your choice. Now, if you see this question as an exam question, it is up to you whether you write for the motion supporting the points or supporting that particular idea or motion or against that motion. You don't have to write both, but if you have selected for, you will write only for. So 3 to 4 points you will cover. Now, while talking about the format, when it comes to introduction, you have covered up the addressing the members, including members of the jury. So, introduction. And then introducing yourself also after addressing the members, right? Addressing the members present, including jury members, right? After that, you need to elaborate your points. For that, you need some specific expressions. What are those expressions, dear students? That is, I strongly believe, I strongly oppose. Suppose you have 3 points for a particular topic, right? Fine. So you can use these phrases. Firstly, I would like to say, let me throw some light. If you have some evidences, some data collected, but I strongly feel, I strongly believe, I strongly oppose. I conclude, hence it can be said, can we deny some rhetorical questions to lay emphasis on the points we can use? So those 3 to 4 points in support or against, for or against, 3 to 4 points elaborating the notion, the motion, right? Then conclusion. Then the conclusion. Right? Dear students, let us take an example of this. We can take one example, and that example you note down in your notepads. Internet cannot replace a teacher, classroom teacher. The topic that we are going to discuss through this debate is internet, the internet cannot replace a classroom teacher. Now this is the topic. So, many students may choose to write for the motion, and many students may choose in the exam or even as a competition they may choose for against. Right? So you need to remember a point that if you're writing an exam for, then stick to that point that you will write for. Right? So let us take this example. Honorable Principal Sir, uh, honorable members of the jury, respected teachers and my dear friends. Today, I, Karuna, stand before you to express my views for the motion, for views on the topic, the internet cannot replace a classroom teacher. So we are taking 4. Now what are those points that we can take in this topic? Classroom teachers warmth, attention. The first point that comes in my mind as a student, as a teacher, that there is one-to-one relationship. There is a student and teacher bonding, which is not there on internet. A very strong point, right? Then the second point I can take this, no matter we have developed a lot, we have advanced a lot with the advent of science and technology, but still internet cannot give wisdom to the students. It can give information and knowledge, but certainly not the wisdom. The third point, strong bonding between and good relationships between the younger generation and the teaching fraternity. A healthy society is created. Right? So I have got 3 points in my mind and now I'm going to elaborate these points into 120 to 150 words. With the advent of internet, life has become really easy. All of us have time and again taken the help of internet to collect information. In fact, it has become sometimes a lifesaver. It can provide all answers to your questions, right? Different viewpoints on different topics and most importantly, help us learn at our own pace without even going to a university or a school. It can even help the students of remote areas, inaccessible areas. Many of you would question, when we can find everything on internet, then why do we need teachers? Question? Dear friends, we cannot deny the importance of teachers in our lives. I strongly believe that internet cannot take the place of classroom teacher, right? Or our teachers. Technology can never be a replacement to teachers. There are times when online information may not be authentic. It can never replace the relationships between students and teachers. This is the point we discussed as our core points or value points. The evaluation of internet is unbiased, but that is what is exactly required while teaching and testing. Learning differences among the students require different means of testing, and that can be done by teachers. Different students have different requirements and different needs, which can only be fulfilled in a classroom. Right? Being human and taking students' background and level of understanding of the subject into account is very, very important. Remember, teachers give knowledge and wisdom, while the internet can give us information. A big thank you to all the teachers for being there, for giving us knowledge and wisdom, for making us what we are today. And I rest my case by saying that internet cannot replace the conclusion I am giving. Internet cannot replace the classroom teachers. So I hope we have covered all the 3 points. So this way, dear students, let me make a recap. Introduction, including, unlike speech, in speech we don't write members of the jury, we write respected principal sir, vice principal ma'am or sir, respected teachers, esteemed teachers, and my dear friends, today I stand before you and express my views during this morning assembly session on the topic importance of jogging and running, importance of physical exercises, creating awareness, bringing everyone together. But in a debate, you need to start with honorable members of the jury, reverend for the principal or principal ma'am, right? Or sir, then respected teachers and my dear worthy opponents. You can address the opponents also, right? Then after that you begin with, as we have begun the introduction, I take this opportunity to express my views for the motion and then you mention the topic. right? After that, you come to the elaborative part or the expression part, or covering 2 to 3 points as we have discussed in this particular topic. Internet cannot take the place of school teacher, right? So this way, dear students, we cover up those points and then we give a conclusion, right? I strongly support, I wholeheartedly support, right? So this way we give our conclusion with these expressions. I hope you have understood how to write speeches and debates. We'll continue one more revision or few more revisions in the coming classes. God bless you all. Thank you.